So the RAD Pack strikes again with another community challenge, and I'm all in on this one because I get to talk about crushes from my childhood. Yeah, that's right. This community challenge is specifically about your 9 RAD crushes from your formative years. They're aiming more for kid to teen, preteen era, not so much the like 17, 18, I think. The more when you were actually a kid. So I have right here on my phone a list of, my crushes. Uh, a lot of them are probably what a lot of boys my age would go for, but it is what it is, man. They were freaking gorgeous and still are. So let's dive into this. I got my old man sweater so I could, back in my day, talk about the olden times. So yeah, let's dive into this. So I am going to leave off a couple. First of all, I'm doing movie slash TV, and it's gonna lean heavy TV, heavy TV. But yeah, aiming for that. But I'm leaving off Britney Spears because she's more of a musician. She's been in movies, but she's more of a musician. I'm leaving her off of this list. But come on, hit me baby one more time. I mean, come on, if you were around my age at that time, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So, leaving off Britney Spears, and I'm leaving off Carmen Electra. She was gorgeous, and I had this poster of her on my wall. But again, leaving her off of this one. So I guess you could kind of say mine's more than 9 just because I'm listing these people, but it's not my official 9, dang it. We're now going to dive into my official 9. We are going to do this unranked because honestly, all 9 of these women are beautiful, so they're all even keel. And we're going to start this one off with Hilary Duff. I know, you reach deep there, Tim. But no, Hilary Duff, right around my age. A lot of these actresses are actually like in the ballpark of my age. A lot of them were born kind of 84 to 88. I was born 87, so I'm talking generally all women that are right around my age that, a hall pass would be really well if I was able to get around these women, and that has 0% chance of happening. But, but yeah, Hilary Duff is stunning, and watching, Lizzie McGuire when I was younger, because a lot of people my age watched Lizzie McGuire. Yeah, she was great. And then, of course, her offshoots into movies for a little bit there in that 2004, 2005, 2006 range. She was trying out movies pretty heavily. Yeah, she's still beautiful now. She was beautiful then. Oh, that's my first one. Up next, we are sticking blonde, and we are going with, right there, Sarah Michelle Gellar. I adore Buffy. I love the show so much. But I got into Buffy a tick late, like somewhere around like mid-run of the show. I was starting to watch the DVD sets and catching up. So, more so I saw her first with like Cruel Intentions and I Know You Did Last Summer and good God. Yeah. So, Sarah Michelle Gellar, hell yeah. Next one, I'm counting as one position, even though it's 2. It's Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. My time frame is more like when they started going off into their own TV shows, and they had their movies that when they were more like 10, 11, 12, going into like 13, 14. They had a lot of movies and stuff. Yeah, that's about the time. It's like, yes, and especially like New York Minute, which, what was that, like 04? Granted, talking 04, you're starting to get to me being like, 17 ballpark, somewhere like that. But yeah, gorgeous. It's a bummer they're not really acting anymore, but I get it. They got burnt out. At least their sister is still going heavy in acting, and she's great. But I mean, how many guys my age wouldn't have Mary-Kate and Ashley? Probably a lot would. Next one up, I'm going for what might be more of a deep cut. This might be one of the few that separates me from people my age. I don't know. And hopefully I pronounce her name correctly. But there was this show on Disney called So Weird, and the lead actress for a couple of seasons of the show, played by Cara DeLizia, She played the character of Fee. Yeah, she was gorgeous. I really really liked her. She kind of left acting in the 2007-10 range or something like that. So she's out of the spotlight now. But on So Weird, and I So Weird could really use physical media. Damn it, I really like that movie. Or that movie. That's not a movie. It's a show. But I really liked that show. It kind of had X-Files for kids feel to it in a way. Good show. And yeah, she was stunning. Another show I watched pretty heavily is The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Tatyana Ali, who played Ashley, was funny in the show. I liked her character, super pretty. Yeah, it's funny. What's her name? Hillary was supposed to be, the hot prim and prepped one, and I know there was people that liked Hillary, but at the time, like, Hillary was much older for me. Tatyana Ali was I think she's right around my age. So, yeah, I definitely liked her. This one is not reaching very far in at all. If you're around my age and you watched Power Rangers, did you not have a crush on Amy Jo Johnson? I mean, the Pink Ranger? Yes, please. She was great. She was badass in every way. I loved Power Rangers growing up, and Amy Jo Johnson was great. I hope to meet her at a con someday. I'm going to try to. I know she does them pretty often, but yeah, I mean, how many guys my age didn't have a crush on her, really? We are down to a few left, and next one up, I'm going to go with Lindsay Lohan. I know I really reached deep on that one, I guess, right? Again, another one that a lot of people around my age probably really had a crush on. And again, she's right at my age. I think she's 86 she's born. So she's a year older than me. I think that's what it is. So yeah, she was great. I'm glad she's back in acting now. It was a bummer seeing her kind of disappear for a little while because she had, problems. But she is back now. I hope to see more of her. I always liked her. And I would actually say, even though Mean Girls would probably be at most people's tops of their lists, I love Parent Trap. I freaking love it. Granted, what the parents did is freaking awful, but Lindsay is great in that movie, and it's very enjoyable. So we are almost at the end here, and second to last, I can't not go with freaking Sabrina the Teenage Witch herself, Melissa Joan Hart. Amazing in person, and I've loved basically her whole career. Seriously, from Clarissa Explains It All, going into Sabrina, even Melissa and Joey, I have always really liked her acting. She's gorgeous. She's super nice in person. So Melissa Joan Hart is super high. This isn't ranked, but if I was to rank it, she would legit be very, very high. And then last up, this is not ranked, but if I had to pick a number one, preteen me going into 13, 14-year-old me and on, if I had to pick one, it is Amanda Bynes. I had to get this picture. I had to get her autograph. She's unfortunately has her problems now. I'm not diving into that, but her back in the 90s into the early 2000s, her personality, her sense of humor, stunning. Everything about Amanda Bynes during that time period, I loved. She was great. Like I said, I wish she was still like that, but it is what it is. So that is my RAD 9 Plus, if you want to call it that. Thank you so much, Rad Pack. I had fun kind of putting this together. It was kind of a trip down memory lane. Now you ask current Tim, and my wife comes before all of them, damn it. But it doesn't mean you can't have crushes. Crushes are okay. And a fair chunk of these women would still be very, very high up on that list anyways. I will always adore a Melissa Joan Hart or a Sarah Michelle Gellar or something. They're always going to be up there for me. But yeah, that's all I've got. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.